Where did the aliens go? Where's the aliens arena? Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I was thinking to myself, I don't even have, it's not, okay, look, what would you rather have? The little corners right here which do nothing, because at the time, I didn't have a weapon. Come on, look, it's fine. Look, it's good, right? Look, it's much better in my opinion. It looks clean. I like it. Okay, you're just gonna have to live with it because the Alliance isn't coming back unless I get a green screen, which will be coming soon. But hello everyone. So thank you all so much for tuning in. By the way, Bayern Munich. This is your Bayern Munich daily news. I've been reluctant to call it just a news show. This is the Bayern News Show where we talk about everything that's happening with Bayern on a daily basis. We're gonna do this every day except the match days, etc. So it looks like just Lucas Hernandez in general. Another injury blow. I said it's a huge blow, even though he's only out for a day or something like that. He's not out for a long time, but it's a blow for me because Lucas hasn't played at all really under Hansi Flick. He's played 45 minutes, guys, or maybe more. Just he hasn't played that much, so it's just another injury to look at Lucas and just say, I mean, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Lucas is going to end up at the hospital a lot? Because it's so unfortunate for him to get injured right now, especially with the whole, there's games. I was really hoping that Alaba and Lucas could really become our center back partnership because me and Boateng don't have the best love relationship. So for me, I don't know. Yeah, another injury, another problem with his injuries. Just thinking about it, Flick said he would play against Leverkusen. I don't think he will. Hansi Flick maybe comes on, but there's no logic in that. There is really none. So I think Boateng will play. But Bayern need Koulibaly. No, we don't need Koulibaly. We just need... Koulibaly is like 28 years old. But with Lucas Hernandez, I was thinking about this. How long is the injury supposed to last? Well, he completed training today. This isn't about his injury. It's just about his injury record and why because we paid 80 million for this guy. It's not cool for him to get injured the majority of the time he's here. We bought him so he can play. We didn't buy a hospital patient. We bought a footballer. He should be on the pitch with his friends, with his teammates, playing. He should be on the same cause. I think Lucas Hernandez, we bought off the fact that he had an amazing World Cup. And it's very easy to look at one competition like the World Cup and say yes. But we bought Lucas Hernandez injured, so we should have expected this. He was about to pick and rise fast. Another injury. I'm going to give Bayern my resume. It is just a minor injury from Lucas Hernandez, but just annoying me. Did Upa sign the contract? I don't think he did. But thinking about it, I think Hansi Flick does want Upamecano though. But for me, I'm just annoyed. We should have bought Harry Maguire. Lucas for me, I just feel bad for him, to be honest. I feel bad in a way because you're brought into a club, you're the record signing, you're expected to stay fit every single day, every single match. You're expected to play you're an 80 million signing and you haven't really played more than, how many games has he appeared in for us and started and actually finished? I can't remember. Because Olympiacos he got injured, and after he just came back from a little bit of a knock, he got injured. And I think, you know what? The current evidence now it could change in a year. It really could. It could change in a few months. It is nothing serious, thankfully, yes. But I'm just talking about overall his injury record. The fact that he didn't play under Hansi Flick. He didn't play against Union Berlin, didn't play against Eintracht Frankfurt, didn't play against Dortmund, and then just a little few seconds against Fortuna Düsseldorf, and he picks up just a little bit of a knock. He got 45 minutes essentially, and it just concerns me that he got injured in that 45 minutes. Think about it. I'm just irritated, if I'm being honest. I'm irritated that it's not his fault that he gets injured. It's not. It's the fact that we bought him injured. We bought him without... Look, if you take one look at Transfermarkt, which tells you a player's injury history, he picked up injuries before. He has picked up these knocks before. So I don't know how we decided, hey, this guy has a ACL and we paid 70 million for him. So a really stupid, dull decision from us if you ask me. We paid 70 million for Lucas. And Hummels left because he thought Lucas would play every single game. If Hummels stayed, he would probably have played more games than Lucas because Hummels would have stayed fit. That's where the fan steps in because Upamecano is a wonderful defender and a solid player. That's true. He is that way. And yeah, like I keep saying, I'm going to look here. We paid 80 million or something like that US dollars for Lucas Hernandez. That's a lot of money. He's 24, right? So he should be getting into that aspect of his career where he's like playing week in, week out. We paid $88 million for this guy. That's a lot of money, man. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, he has to stay fit every. No, I'm just saying I prefer him to stay fit than get injured. I prefer him to just pick up less injuries. I really would. I mean, since 2015, he's picked up these knocks just here and there. I mean, he didn't get injured every week, but he's already had a major injury here where he's been out for almost 100 days. He's already had that major injury. And then coming back a few days later, he had a fitness issue. And then he's already had the knocks. I feel bad for him. I really do. Because he can't, Hansi Flick can't play him on Saturday. I don't know if Flick will, but he can't. That can't happen because he could get injured and aggravate the little problem. And next thing you know, he's out for 3 months, 4 months. Next thing you know, he tears his ACL or something. You don't know. You never know. But he has injured his body and he has gotten surgery. He has changed body parts. This guy might as well just been Iron Man. Changing a new. It really is. I genuinely. I'm not gonna go and say, oh, sell Lucas now. But there is just a little part of me that's like, why did we buy him if we knew he was getting these many injuries? Why did we spend the money on him? Why did we do these little things? It's not that big part of me that's saying that. It's just a little bit of confusion for my part. Jonathan Tah would be a cheaper option than Upamecano. Upamecano is probably going to cost you around 40 to 60 million. He's not going to cost you as much. I don't know. For me, what we need, we have the experience. If we're going to keep Boateng, we have the experience. Lucas Hernandez is experienced. He has won the World Cup. So is Pavard. They're both experienced. I think if we want to keep Boateng, we have to realize that you have to get someone young. Niklas Zula, I mean, who would have thought Niklas would pick up the exact same injury on the exact same foot in the exact same place? And hopefully he returns soon because I can't watch Boateng. I'm sorry. He can make a clearance, but I think Niklas Zula, I can't say that name. I can't read it from my little screen here. Thank you for subscribing, Ajuice. I hope I'm saying that right. But I hope the thing is with Niklas, he comes in. You know, Niklas got injured. Was it November or in October? Really long ago. He hasn't played under Hansi Flick, so it was October. Niklas Süle got injured. Him and Lucas got injured in around the same week. Süle's been out for a long time. I'm really hopeful he returns. Think about it. If Alaba picks up a little injury, we're done for. Our defense would collapse because Alaba is kind of a major part of how we play. If you look at the game versus Dortmund, Alaba was a huge reason why we moved the game the way we did, why we were as composed as we were. It makes a lot of sense why Alaba is playing the way he is and how Hansi Flick is using him. And I think Hansi Flick, I'm genuinely, we only got linked to Serginho Dest and Upamecano right when Hansi Flick was linked to the full-time job. We started getting linked to these players in around Serginho Dest. It looked like we'd made a bid around January, right? Which is cool. But think about it. The summer before, if we knew for a fact that Kimmich was going in the midfield, which we did because that was the plan, and we knew Pavard would be the only right back, why didn't we go for another right back? So that's something that I'm thinking about. And we did definitely plan to get Serginho Dest only when Hansi Flick wanted. Because Hansi Flick, it came out that he wanted veto over transfers and he wanted 4 to 5 new players. Before the Sirona break happened, he wanted 4 to 5 new players. And obviously he's not going to get 4 to 5 new players. Bayern would be... we would not do that. That's just not going to happen. Boateng outclassed Chelsea's defense and made their attack look like a joke. That's a question for another day. I mean, the game I watched, I felt like Giroud won one too many headers. We got caught in the same situation. Boateng would go try to win a header, and he'd lose it. And Chelsea is in top four. UCL though. Well, but no, Chelsea did exploit that Giroud connection with Mason Mount and that other guy. They did. So it's just, if you want to bring that into it, Giroud won a lot of headers and they created one chance, but Davies' pace helped us. If it's a different situation where that flick on happened from Giroud to Mason Mount and Davies was able to catch up to it, it'd be a completely different game. So it's just some food for thought. But for me, with the injury situations we're getting, I'm just hopeful that these players just all of a sudden pick up fitness. I know it's not going to happen. We've seen it with Coman where you feel like, oh, this guy's finally staying fit and he just does something and his body's gone. I don't know if it's Lucas' style of play, because if you've noticed, Lucas Hernandez is incredibly aggressive. He's from Atletico Madrid. They all are aggressive. Defensively, they're aggressive, cultured, no nonsense, right? They like to jump into tackles. That's what they like to do. They like to get yellow cards. Atletico Madrid, that's what they do. He's from that. He's from that culture. He's from their youth academy. He knows the club in and out. Maybe that's an aspect of it where he's adapting to a less intensity in the tackling, right? Less intensity, but then again, he did get injured at Atletico. But maybe let's just food for thought. Maybe he's adapting to the way we play. We press, we run higher up the pitch. The center backs play higher. He has to recover a lot more than Atletico, where you just sit in a deeper block and wait for the ball to come in front of you and you clear it. It's different. This is why I'm not a fan of buying Atletico Madrid players, because I feel like defensive stats, that's why I'm not into Thomas Partey, because I know for a fact the reason he's getting 4 to 5 tackles per game is because of how Atletico Madrid play. They suffocate their opposition, meaning that their midfielders, the Thomas Parteys, the Saul Niguez's, they're going to end up making more tackles. It doesn't actually show their defensive brilliance. Infinity Stones. Lucas is not injured. He completed training today, but he picked up a slight knock. Individual training, that's what he completed today. Picked up a little slight knock, and we were just talking about, okay, if he plays Saturday, say he starts against Leverkusen, a high-intensity team, they're going to come at him, they're going to press high. We know how Leverkusen play. We lost to them this season, and I don't want to have that happen again. Say Lucas plays against Leverkusen, you could definitely, I don't know. I think, Perisic, we won't talk about Perisic. Lewandowski, we will not talk. Lewandowski. Flick picks Boateng over Hernandez right now anyways. Yeah, no, but that's because he doesn't want to play 3 left-footed players. But I think for the long term, Niklas Süle and it looks like Niklas and Alaba will be playing in that center-back position. It's kind of crazy because I never imagined Bayern would have a center-back shorter than Alaba, and we do. They're not replacing Coman. We're going to get Sané. Pavard came from a small club, small money, and less expectations than Lucas, but he's now more important than Lucas. That's true. You have to commend Pavard on that, though, because a lot of players would not come in. But I think Pavard was played too much. You can see that the break has definitely helped them improve and get some new sense of just because there's such thing as getting played too much. You know yourself as a player that you're getting played too much. Kimmich, too, got played too much, which is why you could see just maybe lethargic in some instances. You can get played too much. Davies needed this break because now he was playing well anyways, but you can tell that these kids are they need these breaks. Still, Barcelona couldn't win against Napoli. Juve lost to Lyon. Liverpool lost. Bayern were clearly better than every team. We are still better than every team. And speaking on the Champions League, it looks like we're about to play Chelsea in a month. So in July, towards the end of it, I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's just skip June. I know the world is crazy right now. Let's just skip June. Go to July already. End of July. If you think about it, people are like, well, Bayern's not going to be fit. Well, we play Chelsea. We're 3-0 up. We're in a great spot where if we don't perform, we'll still get through. Because there's no damn way we're conceding 4 goals to Chelsea at the Allianz or whatever it is. It looks like they're probably going to do it in one city. That's what Oliver Kahn said. I'm kind of surprised. I thought UEFA were all about this. the little money right here. Somehow UEFA are not gonna do that. We haven't heard much about the desk. It's kind of dried out, but it's going to happen. A lot of transfers usually do this, where they dry out and then they'll come. Let's do it in Munich. No, let's not do it in Munich. We play Chelsea in Munich at the Allianz Arena. I don't think you realize what that could mean. Somehow they'll score 4 goals and we'll concede 4 goals, and we won't score 1. We'll score 1. They'll draw 4-4 in aggregate. Go through on away goals. You do not want that. What happens to Lucas Hernandez? Lucas just had a little knock from the game Saturday, and that's what we're talking about today. Just the long-term aspect of him as a player. Where is he gonna fit in? Is he ever really gonna stay fit? This is just the news. I'm just giving it out the news in my opinion. I don't feel as if Lucas Hernandez can stay fit because no current evidence suggests that. For example, you can tell when someone's going to be successful. You look at what they're doing now. You look at, are you working hard, right? You can tell. But Lucas Hernandez, his current evidence where he's picking up knocks here and there shows me that he's never going to fully stay fit. Now, there's no such thing as staying fit for 99.99% of the season. No one can do that. Players will miss just off suspension. You can't play every game. My thing is, I just like our $88 million signing to just... $88 million is a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And people will start calling him a flop. It's what it is. Bayern fans will start calling him a flop. Sané is more injury prone than Lucas. I don't think you know what injury prone means, my guy. Sané has picked up a big injury. But Sané isn't injury prone. Sané never was. Last season, I don't think Sané picked up 1 knock other than the one he did. Sané was out for 4 games last season. He was out for 16 days last season for Manchester City. That was because he had a cold and a torn ligament. Sané's not injury prone. Sané had a muscle injury in 2015 at Schalke. Guess how many days he was out? 45 days, 4 games. Sané had a minor knock, which is 3 days, a hand injury. He's only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 injuries that are major, and he's missed more than 3 games. He's missed altogether 4. That's 14. That's 14. That's 19. That's 18. He's missed 18 games due to injury before this big injury. So before the injury now, where he's back, Sané's definitely training with the Manchester City squad. He hasn't picked up any injuries that we know of right now. Sané's not injury prone. He can pick up a knock like normal wingers. Wingers will get injured. I'm not saying they can't. Gnabry should be getting injured. I'd be surprised if they weren't. Lionel Messi's gotten injured. The players that happen to not need to be picking up a lot of injuries are surprisingly your center backs. Those players. Your midfielders. If you have midfielders that are injury prone, you can't. That's the gel of your team. You need that gel to be intact. So Sané is definitely not injury prone. Sterling is like Coman, too skilled but sucks in the final decisions. Sterling is like that, and I wonder if you have Pep Guardiola, he could probably make Coman play much better and smarter because Pep will train him. Pep prefers Sterling over Sané. That's the only reason Sané didn't play last season. It wasn't because he wasn't fit or he was injured. He was on the bench every weekend. If you're fit enough to be on the bench, you're fit enough to start. That's how I think. So a lot of the situations with Pep not playing Sané and starting him is because he prefers Sterling. Sterling is a player that you can control on the pitch. You can put Sterling in his position. Pep can make Sterling do whatever he wants. Sané is flamboyant. Sané is creative. He's different. He's going to go past 4 players and put in a cross the way he wants to, not the way Pep wants him to. I think we should sell Coman, Javi Hernandez, and get Mbappe. Well, we're going to sell 2 defenders and 1 winger and get Mbappe. Bayern's not interested in Kylian. Why would we want Mbappe in the first place? All he's going to bring is his big high wages. Mbappe is cool. He's definitely going to be a kid in the future. I don't think Mbappe is going to it's just gonna absolutely destroy the world. But we imagine if we got Mbappe though. No, I mean, why would it be too much? If Bayern was winning and every single player, Lewandowski, is enjoying his games, and all our players are loving Hansi Flick, you don't think Hansi Flick could go to Kylian Mbappe and say, hey, I want you here? And Bayern's board would bid 40 million for a Kylian Mbappe. That's probably what we'd do, to be honest. We'd probably bid 40 million for Kylian Mbappe. But this is what it is about. It is about just, I mean, transfers, we can dream all we want. We won't get Mbappe. There's no damn way. But with this Lucas Hernandez and our injury history, I mean, that's another thing. It's just, it irritates me the most because last season, I remember this. Coman actually played okay last season. People still want to think, oh, wow, he was in... No, he played okay. Gnabry and Coman were on the same level. But Gnabry, I can give Gnabry more time because I know, oh, he just came here. Legit, Gnabry has only been here for 2 seasons playing in our first team. He joined in 2017, but he actually was on loan. He joined us last season, technically. Right? Serge Gnabry hasn't been here for that long for me to go, oh yeah, you're injury prone. You're always going to be injured. But Gnabry's proven to me that he can do it where we need him to. But the thing with Coman is, he doesn't do it. He hasn't shown me. Pavard has shown me that, oh, I can stay fit. Has Pavard even picked up a knock? This guy hasn't missed a single minute, right? And you have to think about, you have to almost question these players' mentalities going into seasons. Because it's almost as if certain players can't get injured. I feel bad for Lucas, though, to be honest. You're totally wrong. It seems you don't know what injury prone is. Sané missed 61 games of City due to injuries. Lucas missed 35 games due to injuries for Atletico, Bayern combined. Injury prone means you pick up injuries every single day. Getting injuries does not make you injury prone. Injury prone is Iron Robin, where you can get injured really frequently. Sané does not get injured every other week. That's what injury prone is. Kingsley Coman is injury prone. He has 2 pages worth of injuries. If you look at Lucas Hernandez's injuries, he's missed more days out due to injury than Leroy Sané has in his entire career. Lucas has missed almost an entire year, half of a year, 178 days due to injury. He missed 1 game. Why? Because it was the summer. He got injured in January for Atletico, I think, and was injured in the summer. Or he was injured in the entire summer. Last summer, remember? He was injured. And he had to get fit for this season. And 2 months after the season started, he got fit. And that's how he came back in around September time. And October, actually. And then that's how he got injured to Olympiacos. After he'd already recovered. A few weeks later, he got injured again. So he is injury prone more than Sané is. He's missed more days due to injuries. Sané's longest injury is now 88 days. Or how many days has it been? I think around 88, because he got fit in January. He got injured in August last year, and he got fit back in January. Sané was fully fit. Sané's has been fit. He hasn't picked up a knock. He's been training with City since 2 weeks now. He's been training, right, for about 2 weeks. So he's not injury. He hasn't picked up a knock. His body's fine. He's gotten the recovery time. Lucas Hernandez has been injured, his longest injury is 178 days out due to injury. So he is injury prone. Will Javi stay this season? Nah. Come on. He will probably, though. Why though? Why would he stay? It depends on where the transfer... When is it going to open? Can anyone tell me what's going on with the transfer window? Because I don't know. Imagine the trio, Sané, Lewa, Mbappe. That would be the dreams, but it's not going to happen, is it? I think, why would you remove Gnabry from that equation? Mbappe is a full package. He's better than... Yeah, he is better than a lot of our wingers. We don't even have wingers at this point. Gnabry has been crap for the last few weeks. But, no. Bayern now is waiting how Sané will perform. That's what I'm waiting. I think that's what Bayern Munich is waiting for. We were talking about this the other day. We were all saying, I think Bayern's going to see how Sané performs when he returns. Pep's not that type of manager to not play a player that he's going to sell in the next week and call them the best player of all time. I mean, he's done that. That's a joke. But I think what's going to happen with the Sané thing is we're going to wait to just see him play. We're going to wait to know that he's on the bench. He might have one performance for City, his last game ever, and that's his farewell. He'll probably clap the stadium knowing he's coming to Bayern, and then we'll make a decision like, oh yeah, this guy's still a baller. It will make sense. Mbappe is too expensive though. Leo's almost as good as he is. Lewandowski's a brilliant player. I think Kai Havertz will come here next season. I'm convinced. There's no way Havertz goes anywhere else. There's no other club as attractive as us in terms of success, competitiveness. The Bundesliga is more competitive than ever. You have teams like Hertha Berlin actually splashing cash. Players will want to be part of this league now. Players know that, oh yeah, some of these guys are ballers. I'll be playing with Thiago. I'll be playing with Sané. I'll be playing with all these ballers. Midfielders that you would think, oh yeah, Bayern's not going to just easily attract. Maybe a Paul Pogba is now considering Bayern because Real Madrid aren't that high up on the list anymore. And also you have Serie A. He might be like, oh, we don't want to go to Serie A. So you might have a situation where players are genuinely attracted to come to Bayern. And it won't be for money because we're not we give you money club to stay. We don't give players money to stay. We don't. If Sané balls for City when he returns and gets to UCL, do you think he'll stay at City? No, hell no. There's zero chance. There's zero chance. We won't pay more than 200. We will never pay that much money. We will at some point. We will pay more than two. Think about it. In a few years, we'll be making 100 million transfers regularly. Because it won't be because Bayern is just too rich. It will be because football has more money in it. More people will be willing to spend more on their clubs, which sponsors will be giving more. Imagine, the fans will grow. It will only grow. Hertha Berlin can be a Leicester City of the Bundesliga. Yeah, I really believe in the Hertha Berlin project. They play Dortmund in a few days. I'm telling you, watch out for that game. They've beaten Augsburg, man. They are actually doing some real ballsy things. They're only 4 points off actual top 6, and they were like almost in the relegation zone a few months ago. So Hertha Berlin are a definite candidate to look at. The way they have a coach that's actually, he knows how to use the players. They are playing an actual system. I'm loving it as just a fan. The way they bought Piatek and Matthias Cunha, that's a sign of a brilliant business. And the way they were trying to get Xhaka from Arsenal, knowing that Xhaka, create the most chances for Arsenal, complete the most a good player. They were trying to get him, and they were actually going to lure him away. I think they know they're building a project. And I'm guessing, whatever they told Piatek, he didn't end up going to Spurs. We went to Hertha Berlin. He's on the bench. He's slowly easing his way. I think they bought Luka Bacchio out of nowhere. People don't forget, they bought Luka Bacchio. And he's a very good player. So I think Hertha Berlin want to be the big club in Germany. They do. They want to, or the big city club. Like by that, they want to be on par with the Chelseas, the Arsenals, the Spurs. There's 4 teams in London, or 3 teams that you can look at and go. Even West Ham United. Wow, big teams. Madrid have Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, 2 big teams. Milan have AC Milan and Inter Milan, 2 big teams. Wait, is Roma and Lazio? Are those the capital? Oh crap! Am I stupid? Piatek is supposedly going back to Italy. Piatek isn't going back. Wow, he's only been there for 6 months actually, since January. He's not going back, but he's looking like he's gonna stay. He's only 24 years old. Why would he go back to Poland? For what? For what exactly would he go back to Poland to do? Piatek is actually a little bit similar to Lewandowski in how they score. Very composed players. His penalties are amazing. But I think you're going to see it. I think we'll watch Hertha Berlin from our eyes in the next 2 years be in the top 4 race every single season because of how much they're doing. Look at the business they've done. They brought in some real ballers. Just good signings combined with ambition to get players like... No, they got Wolf from Dortmund out of nowhere who was actually looked at. They bought Luka Bacchio. Yep. Look at Bakio joined from Watford in 2019, 22 million. I mean, Piatek they bought for 26 million. And Tossad. People forget. Hertha Berlin got Tossad from Lyon, one of their best midfielders, for 27 million. And you're going to see, they're going to definitely be a real competitor. And guess what? In a few seasons, Matthias Cunha is going to be looked at by the entire world, and Berlin might say nah. Like that's what it could be. And I think if Hertha Berlin's competing, Leipzig's competing, we could have the most competitive league in the world, and it would just strengthen Bayern. I didn't watch the Dusseldorf match because I was away. Can you tell me how Cousins, Batista Mai, and Zirkzee played? Well, Zirkzee finally had a few more touches on the ball because I think versus Frankfurt when he came on, I think he did come on for a few minutes. He didn't touch the ball once. So it was good to see him actually have a few touches of the ball. Batista Mai looked like he has something about him. Just a little, he's really agile, right? Cousins. I think he did have a few good passes, good touches on the ball. I think he tried one shot and he tried to take a set piece and from a direct situation and try and put it in. It was crazy. Piatek can replace Lewandowski. Stop saying these things. Piatek, just because he's Polish, doesn't mean he can replace Lewandowski. Do you see any future for Corentin Tolisso? Oh man. Ready to tango liso. Corentin ready to tango liso. No, I don't. I don't see it here. I hope he goes to Inter Milan or a club that wants him and he's genuinely good for them. By the way, leave a like on the video, everyone. A lot of you don't do that, but that's the way you can show the YouTube algorithm that I like this. And I don't know how many likes it's on now. I don't, because I can't even see it now. I can't even see how many people are watching. So I'm basically talking to the live comments. That's how I know. But also subscribe. Let's get to 550 today. So share the content. A lot of people have been doing that, so thank you so much. Share the videos. I've forgotten to sell out. I've forgotten to tell people to subscribe and share the videos, but we are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Actually, by the end of this month. But let's get to 550 first. Baby steps, am I right? But yeah, with this thing, 26 viewers and 16 likes. Thank you, Justin. Now let's leave a like. Let's get that to 20 likes. Come on. Zirkzee will start a few more games next season. No, he's not. Leo's just not going to get injured. Angel Gomez to Bayern. Why? There was a story coming out a few days ago talking about this man, no, Liverpool player, Jones or something. Yeah, this Jones guy. Don't know his first name. But linked to Real Madrid? Who do they think Real Madrid is? Very odd. Signed him from Lille. I've heard a lot about him. I really have, but I don't know what he plays like. I don't watch the guy. I don't watch Lille. You know, in fact, I'm gonna tell you this. I watch the Premier League more than I watch any, because I don't care about any other Bundesliga team. I could care less about, because I don't like it. It feels weird not watching your team. Like I was watching Dortmund Schalke, and it felt so annoying to me because I couldn't be like, yeah, Schalke, because we would play them in a few, or we won't play them, but we play them. So it's different when you're watching a different league where you'll probably never face some of these teams. It's different. So when you're watching a team like Arsenal play Man United, it's a Europa League clash all over again. So I only watch Bayern and Bremen. I don't even watch any other team. Maybe a team that I watch more out of the whole pack is Leipzig, because they're actually entertaining to me. I was watching Leipzig play Union. Yes, was it Union or who did Leipzig play yesterday? Where they won 4-2. They played Mainz. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. So there's different games. I really enjoyed that one. That I can only watch these. I can't watch Dortmund play. It's boring to me. It's not just because of the I don't like Dortmund thing, which I don't. It's not like I hate Dortmund. I don't like him either, or I don't like him. I just don't respect Dortmund. So I respect teams that actually have the ambition to be more than second. Dortmund's director of football, like I was saying this so many times, he came out and said we're content with second place and Bayern Munich winning the title. If I'm Dortmund's freaking owner, you're getting fired the next day. If I have a company, imagine saying, oh, you're content with getting second against your rivals. I'm going to show you something. Oh my goodness. All right. I was selling stuff in the summer. I got second place, right? Second. By the way, I killed the guy because he was holding something that said second on the thing, right? I was doing this in the summer. I made 528 sales, made the company a couple $1,000s. A lot of people were there for 3 months. I was there for a month and a half. I'm a good salesman, so I sold a lot of stuff. Yeah, and I got this trophy, second place. I killed the guy on top here because it was a second. It told me it was second place. That's how much I hate second place, because you're still a loser. That's like saying, "Oh, we're Champions League runners-up." So yeah, but you lost. If anything, I'd rather get kicked out in the round of 16 if I knew I would be second in the champ. It pisses me off even more knowing that I'm 17 years old. That's just that. Nah, come on. That's the thing with Dortmund, though. That's the issue. That's my problem with Dortmund. Their ambition level is so stupid to me. Second place? You're content with second? Oh, you're getting fired if I'm your boss. If I'm your boss, and you go out there and you're telling me that, you're getting fired. Yeah, dude, I just never want to see you again. Nah, that's my problem, man. I can't stand that beta mentality of, oh, second place is all right. Imagine Bayern Munich. I bet you in Bayern Munich's team meeting at the beginning of every season, or they probably do it with all the board members, they talk about the goals. I bet you it's to win the Champions League, win the Bundesliga, you win the DFB Pokal, right? If you go on Football Manager, the goals are continue to win the Bundesliga, continue to win the DFB Pokal, continue to win the Champions League. After you've been at Bayern for a few seasons, I haven't opened Football Manager in like 2 weeks now. After you start working with Bayern, you get a list of things they want you to do. They literally want you to win every season. Oh my goodness. They want you, after 2 seasons, they want you to win the Champions League every other year. That's how much ambition Bayern on Football Manager have. Dortmund, it's to get top 4. It's to get to the Champions League. It's to sell their best player for 150 million and never reinvest the money into other players. Man. You mean treble. Triple, you mean. Only Leipzig has the alpha male mentality, and that's what I was thinking about. Leipzig have come out. Their director of football was like, we're not going to give Upamecano out and we'll let a player of his quality run down his contract. I was like, damn, you're using some real bargaining chips. The real bad boy. Do you think Bayern will be favorites in the UCL if they stay a month without competition? And that's a good question, but we play Chelsea, don't we? We still have to play Chelsea, who we're 3-0 up against. Away goals, by the way. 3-0 up. So it's definitely going to mean that we have a little bit of a team to play to test us, to fully get us ready. And I think the way our team is, it's not just about competition and playing games. It's also the way the atmosphere in the dressing room is going to be very high. The players love each other. If you don't think these players go to their locker room and kiss each other on the cheeks and on the mouth after a game, you're mistaken. If you think the players went in the locker room were like, yo, Kimmich, let me socially distance and celebrate that brilliant goal versus Dortmund with you. No, they kissed the guy. Oh, they probably gave his wife kids to bless him or something. Kimmich, I didn't know Kimmich had a girlfriend, or I didn't even know he had a kid coming. Congratulations to Joshua Kimmich, because I didn't even know that. More of the compilation videos will do. If the only thing is, I'm not going to watch a video that I've already watched. I've watched every single Bayern Munich player-related video that you can find on the internet. I've watched every single one of them. Like, I'm actually serious. That's all I do. All I do is watch these videos. Bayern, the FC Bayern channel, I watch all the videos, even though they're German. I pretend to understand German, or I just go to the comments and read things. Or read English comments, because that's so fun for me. It's, damn, am I really that boring? My goodness, I really have nothing to do after this. Get Havertz, not Sané. Why are you saying it like we're not going to get both? They don't even play in the same positions. If we were to get Havertz, it wouldn't be to replace Sané. We'd get him because we need him too. Do you think Trincao will be good? Oh my goodness, is that the guy from Football Manager? He's trash for me in Football Manager. I think he plays for, I don't even know who he, I could care less if I'm being honest. I don't even know. Did you learn any? I tried to learn German. I quit. I quit after Guten Morgen. I quit. I know how to say women, Freien. I quit. I'm sorry, it's too difficult for me. I know a lot of French. I know a lot of Spanish. Right? I'm losing each day. I'm losing my French and Spanish, but I can't do German. I'm sorry. That's why my English is worse, because I'm trying to learn all these different languages, and it's just annoying. Now I'm like, no, I don't care. I'm only speak English for the rest of my life, and that's good. German is no. The thing is, German is incredibly hard, which makes it easier for Germans to learn English, because English is easy. There isn't that much complication to English. The difference is, you come to the US and no one speaks English. We all speak slang. I go to school. I'm not trying to articulate myself. I'm gonna try and say the simplest and the harshest way I can say things. No one speaks properly here, so it's different. I'm Polish, and for me, German is easier than English. Well, that's because you're Polish, and you're Polish. Well, actually, it's the same language, isn't it? No, not the same language. Like, it's the same parent. They come from the same people that made. I don't know, because same thing with Austrian. Oh wait, they speak German in Austria. Yeah, they do. They speak the Deutsch language. English is pretty easy to learn. It is. Lucas Meyer, R&B. Looks like Bright R&B is training with the. I don't care. Good for him. He's 17. I didn't even know that. He can't. What is it with the Bundesliga? Make these 15-year-old kids able to start, but imagine you're 30 years old getting ripped apart. You're a center back by a 15-year-old striker. Oh, that would piss me off. I would just kill that kid. A kid half your age is killing you on the pitch. That's amazing. But yeah, I mean, I hope these youngsters perform well. But my thing with youngsters is I'm not gonna look at you and go, oh yeah, you're gonna be good, unless you actually play a few games and actually start or actually have a little game to show for it. I'm Dutch, and we learn German in school from a young age. Well, we don't learn no Dutch or German in school. We learn English. Yeah. Who do you think can replace Thiago and Lewandowski in the future? You know what? It got really hard for me because it took me a while to just start saying Lewandowski instead of Lewandowski. I still even say Lewandowski. Don't think I get off the stream and call it football. I call it soccer because that's what we call it. So don't think I don't get off the stream and call my friends and call it that, or text my friends and call it that, because no one understands what I'm saying. Dest to be benched. I think he would be sitting on the bench. German pronunciations. Learn 10 letters and 10 rules and you're done. English learn how to say each word independently. What? No, that's not it. There's no rules in English. Just say what you want to say. If Dest comes, he'll never replace Pavard. Well, that's like saying if what analogy can I use for this? That's like saying if another girl came in place of your ex-girlfriend, she could never replace your ex-girlfriend. Pavard is brilliant, but if Sergino Dest is good defensively and improves that discipline aspect of his game that we all talk about, then and he's better going forward and attacking and adds more to our attack, I don't see why not. And also, it looks like Hansi Flick wants Sergino Dest, and we need Sergino Dest. We're not getting Hakimi. That was a dream signing. There is a possibility, but we're not. I love Minecraft Hakimi. It's just not gonna happen. I craft Minecraft Hakimi. Look at my names. They're brilliant. I have some brilliant thoughts in my head. But we're not getting these players. There's just no way that's possible. Havertz playing striker. No, he's not playing striker. He's on the lineups. He says he's a striker. But on the pitch, the guy drops in. He's a false nine. And that false nine is basically what a cam is. A central attacking midfielder. Or what Müller plays. Müller, if we didn't have Lewandowski, would be our false nine. I'm studying German and it's killing me, especially when making sentences. It's really hard. Yeah, I don't know how to make one single sentence in German. It's difficult. In Dutch. Wait, no, Dutch is the Netherlands place language. That's what they speak. Wait, so why is Why is Germany called Deutschland? Why is it called Deutschland? Why? How can it be called Deutschland if there's a country called the Netherlands who speak Dutch, who are also known as Holland? Why don't they speak Hollandese or Hollandese? I don't freaking know. I think Bayern can achieve great things, but they rely too much on funds. No, come on, man. What do you mean we rely? What? We're relying on our own players that they get paid. That's what we rely on them to do, to be players. We do rely on Lewandowski. That's his job. He gets paid for us to rely on him. That's what he's supposed to be there for. We rely on Müller to do what he does. We rely on Alaba to do what he does. We should be relying on. We rely on Thiago to do what he does. We rely on Neuer to do what he does. That's what a team is. You rely on each other. I'm glad you didn't even say we rely only on Lewandowski. I'm glad you put a few players that we rely on, because that's what a team is. And then you get more players that you can rely on and trust. And that will be your Sanis. That will be your Havertz when Müller starts to slow down. By the way, okay, Jupe Heynckes. Oh, crap. Look, but in my head, look, it's difficult for me to just change Jupe Heynckes. The J is there. Jupe. And two P's. How do you go from Jupe to Yup? No, it sounds weird in my head. I'll try. I'll try and change it. Jupe Heynckes. How's that bad? I do know how to say Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. I do. See, I know how to say that. Unai Hoeneß. Well, that's how you say it. That's how alright, whatever. I don't need to talk about that. I don't mean he'll immediately replace Pavard. Maybe just one season if Flick thinks so. Nah, that's true. Davies would destroy Mbappe if we face PSG. They don't even play on the same wing. If anything, he would destroy Di Maria. How is Di Maria still doing what he's doing at PSG? Di Maria is actually looking really good. Why didn't we sign Di Maria? I'm playing, but seriously, why? Why is Di Maria playing well? But he'll get pocketed by Alfonso Godvis. There's no question about that. Anyone notice Davies is scoring a lot with his right foot? Unai Hoeneß. What are you... Look, I bet you that B thing, that B symbol right here. This B symbol literally means two S's, right? Does it not? It means two S's. That's the B symbol that I just typed in the chat means two S's. So I'm saying it right. You're clearly saying it wrong. There's no way you're saying it wrong. Or I'm saying it wrong. Because a lot of people say it like that. It does mean two S's. So why would they not just hold on, let me type. Germans are some weird people, man. Why can't you just type this? If your child was born and you needed a last name, just type that. It makes more sense than the weird B thing. I don't get it. It might be a cultural thing. I might be killing someone's culture here. It confuses me still. Rather have Pavard at right back and Dest at right wing. Why? Why do you say these things? Why? Why would we... that's like saying I'd rather have Messi at left back, because he could probably be a baller at it too. He could probably dribble the entire team at left back, but you want him where you get the most out of him. Yeah, we can play Davies at left wing, but we get his defensive contributions at left back more than we do at left wing. So why is the English word beautiful? Well, beautiful. 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 That. What do you not understand? B-E-A-U. Bew. See, that's what it is. Bureaucracy. That they don't even have the same. Yeah, beautiful. Wow. All of y'all are beautiful. Wait, the little B thing is a sharp S? Okay, for the German viewers, if you look at that B thing, do you think in your head, oh, that's a B? Is that what you're thinking? Okay, actually, is that the German B? Oh, it is the German B. Leave all languages, learn Hindu or Hindi. I can't. I'm not learning Hindi. It sounds exactly like English. I was watching this. I don't know if it's the same language as Hindi, but it sounded like it. I was watching it and it looked like it sounded exactly like broken English. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. Nah, wait, it is a B, right? Wait, that is the German B. So that's what you type for, okay, like let's say I wanted to type best friend. This is what you type. Oh, that makes so much sense. Oh, that makes so much sense. So that's best friend. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. English spelling doesn't make any sense at all. What do you mean? It doesn't make any sense. It makes complete sense. Wait, so how is your B normal and then you have another B? Oh, you have two B's. Wait, oh, the German alphabet. It's like A, B, S, sharp S, C. Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes so much sense. That makes sense, because I didn't understand that. So you have two. Wait, so then what are these words then? Because they have to be in your alphabet for them to be considered words. Best of friend. Nah. See, you're just using English. See, the thing is, I always make a joke about how I just use ich bin, which means I am, and then I just say whatever I need to say. Like, for example, I'm going to say, I'm loving this video. Germans would just come out of nowhere and do this. Ich bin, I'm loving this video. Like, Germans confuse me so much. Because you go from sounding like a completely different language to just saying a normal English word and then acting like you made it. Come on. Nah, come on. Just say each ab. Come on, that makes more sense. It's easier to learn that. Let's talk about football, please. Yeah, you're right. I think we're done. Thank you all so much. Well, the video's over. We end these at 50 minutes. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Share the videos. Let's get to 550. But thank you, everyone. So much for watching. Mia-san Mia. Peace. It was so much fun. All of you and your very odd languages trying to correct me. Did I say Mia-san Mia and P? I think I did.